Hey, Shelly. Yeah, I can't either. Yo, what's up, everybody? I just had to bring my little dog downstairs. Pegasus, Shelly, Bex, Hawk, Wingstar. What's up, everybody? Ooh, I'm a little bit fat to be running up and down the stairs like that. Ugh. Fucking mowed the lawn today. Found two brand new bee nests in my lawn. I didn't try to hang out and identify the fuckers, but they didn't swarm me, so I think they might be regular honeybees. I've never heard of honeybees nesting in the ground, but I don't know. The hornets fucked me up, Shelly. They chased me across the lawn. These guys look like bees. They might, like I said, they might be honeybees. They didn't attack me. One attacked my shoe, was stinging the shit out of my shoestring, but other than that, sinus infections ain't no fucking fun, Doc. I had a upper respiratory infection and a sinus infection at the same time. I was wishing for death for about 6 fucking days. Yeah, I told Kelly a while ago, but I don't know if she believed me. I got long hair, Wingstar, and I've had long hair for a long time. And when I was about 15 years old, I was riding down the road, and like I passed a bee. It glanced off the side of my face, and it got stuck in my fucking hair. And it was a yellow jacket. I got stung like 3 times in the fucking neck. Almost crashed my bike into the side of the road. Old beat up BMX with no brakes. I've also had one fly up my pant leg when I had ripped knees, the holes in my knees. One flew up my pant leg and got me 2 or 3 times. I did crash the fucking bike that time. But yeah, I usually get it at least once a year because this is an old brick making fucking community, and there's lots of broken and shitty bricks buried into the ground, when they backfilled, to level everything. But yeah, I've been chased across the yard at least once a summer for the last probably 9 years. Before that, I knew where the bee nests were. So I knew to just get those ones done and over with and then get the fuck away from it. There was only one that was there every year, but The last 2 or 3 years, man, a new one's been popping up every fucking year. This year, a couple actually. Four new ones. Yeah, Pac, you're getting old, bro. Recovery don't fucking happen as fast as it used to. I can't even fucking imagine. I couldn't imagine even getting like a little bit shitty because I mean, fuck, I haven't gotten drunk in damn near 20 years. I'd probably need a fucking week to recover. Yeah, yeah, a lot of orchards have people bring the bees in. There's a place not far from my house I want to stop at, but every time I see someone outside, they're tending to the hives. But these people probably have at least a dozen hives on their acre of land, and they sell their honey. I want to stop and get some, but talk to them a little bit, see if maybe they could come fuck around and identify these bees. And if they're honey bees, maybe they can get them out of the ground and take them back and put them in a fucking hive. They weren't aggressive, so I don't think they were wasps or hornets, because those guys always fuck me up. My uncle's father-in-law used to keep bees, and he bought a 3-acre patch that used to just be like a little tail end of somebody's cornfield, and it was just like a little leftover piece when they subdivided it. And he bought that little 3-acre patch, and he planted nothing but local, native wildflowers. And yeah, he had some really good fucking honey. Really crazy about people using any kind of pesticides anywhere near his house, man. He was really into the beekeeping. What did you do stupid? I can't see you doing too much stupid shit, Wingstar. I don't know if you'll eat this piece of tilapia, Pigpen, but we will try. Nope. Like, why don't you like fish no more, dude? Nope. Oh, hell yeah. But it still applies, Wingstar. All right, I'll give you one more shot with the tilapia, and then I'll throw you in a couple pellets. You don't want the fish, huh? Come on, dude. You could just eat that shit up. All right. No tilapia, I guess. You want some pellets? You want pellets? You're acting like you're hungry, but now you're going to be picky. Be that way. Go ahead. See if I care. Yeah, definitely persnickety sometimes. I'll have to go bust out some frozen peas for him. I know he likes those. I might have to pick them up some more of those black soldier fly larvae. He liked those. He was getting kind of picky on those before they ran out. So I don't know, maybe different bugs. Maybe some live mealworms or small live crickets. Yeah, I sit here and just look at them sometimes. He had a white mark on him the other day. It's completely gone now. I'm assuming he bumped into a rock or something, but he got me a little bit stressed out. I was hoping it wasn't like ick or hole in the head or something stupid, but it was a missing scale when I got a close look, and it's already, you don't even see it now, 2 days later. But yeah, he tried to splash me the other day too. I don't know if he was hitting something that, I don't know if a stink bug or something landed in the water, but yeah, he splashed water out. Had to fucking clean that up. That tail moves quite a bit of water. I don't know. Let's see if we can get the catfish to poke their heads out. Throw a little pinch or two of the catfish food in. Maybe that'll get them going. Yeah, it does sometimes. At least the one that hangs out on this side. This guy tends to like to come out once in a while, but he's hiding out under that rock. It's kind of dark, but he might come out. I don't know if you can see his face in there. Probably not from this angle. And he moved. But he's stirring around. I know he smells it. All right, Bex, enjoy your nap. Yeah, I don't even really know. I just thought it was a funny comparison, Munchichi. Yeah, they do look sinister for sure. Oh, joy. You're just gonna mope, dude. I'll take that food out so it don't go bad if you're not gonna eat it. Maybe you'll take another shot. Okay, Pegasus. Thanks. But yeah, um, my girlfriend has this little like desktop fountain that's kind of shitty. Yo, Hunter, what's up, buddy? And I got a little pump that I really have no use for. It's not as powerful as I need it. So she had this 2-gallon cookie jar that I made it. Well, I bought it and made it into a terrarium. I did 2 of them, but it got fucking all overgrown, and I trimmed it back, and then it dried out. So I took everything out. I'm going to make a little waterfall in there, so she can put it on her nightstand. She likes the sound of the water coming back into this fish tank. So like a trickle sound, like a little babbling brook type sound is what she's looking for, not like a forceful waterfall. So I already got some rocks. I gotta get them clean and see if they'll fit. They should fit, but then just how I'm gonna stack them and fix them together. Probably just gonna use silicone. But yeah, it should be pretty cool when it's done. I don't know when I'm gonna get it done, but it's a little fucking, yeah, a lot of people. Well, as long as they don't come in the bedroom, so most people don't. The living room tank is fairly quiet. But yeah, the first couple of nights, this made my girlfriend had to go to the bathroom every 5 fucking minutes. But then it just becomes background noise. You kind of just zone it out. But that's as quiet as I could get it. I tried everything I could think of to make it quieter, short of adding a little pump that probably would just make another hum to go with the filters and the air pump. The acting bored fish, I give you stuff to try to fuck with, but you don't ever want to fuck with it. You don't want to leave stupid glow in the dark ping pong balls floating in your tank all day. You probably would like someone to chase around, but all in good time, dude. You gonna pick at him now? No. Weird fish. Oh, you don't want to bite the finger? Yeah, we got a cat. No, he doesn't mess with the balls at all, the ping pong balls. He goes up, sees if it's food, realizes it's not food, and is like, fuck that thing. But I got the one dog don't like the cat to come up here, so cat doesn't come up very much. But he doesn't. He used to eyeball the snakes when I had them in the bedroom. Oh, now he's eating. Okay, can tell by the mess that's falling. Uh, he used to stare at the snake, and then I would tell the cat, like, dude, I could always get one that's big enough to eat you. Don't, fuck around. He never went after it. The lizard, too. Simon, what's up, brother? Everything is good, man. How's everything with you? It's good to see you, bro. But yeah, cat's been pretty good. He don't fuck with the plants, and so far he hasn't even given the fish a look that I know of. I haven't caught him at it. He used to get up and sit on the lizard cage and watch her run around, though. He wouldn't have known what to do if she got out, though. She would have fucked him up. She was a good-sized bearded dragon. Or he. I think it was a male. Because he was so big. But yeah, he don't bring nothing in the house either. No dead rodents. Yeah, I'm sure. But he never tried to get either the snake or the lizard. But yeah, he definitely was watchful. Well, let me try this. Will you eat it if I'm holding it? Probably not. Maybe. Get it, fucker. Dude, you're such an asshole. Likewise, Simon. Everybody's doing as good as can be expected, bro. Man, I hope the catfish gets that so I don't have to go in there for it again. I do got to grab her, though. Keep me from getting my arm wet up to the elbow. Yeah, when I was a kid, my grandmother had I think it was a Seal Point Siamese cat. But that little motherfucker, man, it was the most patient cat I ever saw. He would wait out by the bird feeder, and the bird bath was his favorite. He wasn't too scared of water, so he would jump right in the fucking bird bath and get a bird. But he'd lay under that thing in the fucking flowers for hours waiting for the right dumb bird. Now we got hawks that come and try to get him out of the bird feeders. We caught one out here this spring 2 or 3 times. Ah, we do have a catfish. Nope, he saw me move the phone. He's like, fuck you, I don't want to eat. Yeah, cats are a lot like people. I only like some cats. Some are just dicks. You know, they get like I guess some get attached to like their owner and don't want to be fucked with by other people, but like even some of the cats I've had like were just dicks. And then others were cool as hell. But that's what, you know, keeps me open to owning a cat. You know, they're all different. Our cat that we have now fucking moved in here on his own. The next door neighbor before she died, the old lady used to feed all the feral cats, and he came up on the porch and was the only cat that would, and he let me pet him. And one night he followed me in the house after about a week of coming on the porch. I didn't realize he followed me in. Stepson saw him, and the next day I'm fucking buying a litter box. Yeah, he adopted us. Yep. He's like, hey, this guy's cool. And he smokes weed. I think I'll see if I could stay here because I was out smoking. Yep. The only thing is, we haven't been able to keep him in the house. Like he always ends up getting by whoever. So he's fixed. And like I said, he doesn't bring birds and shit home. I don't think he's doing too much hunting. Or he's eating it before he brings it home. But most cats bring that shit in the house. I've had cats fucking uh, come in with a fucking baby rabbit in the middle of the fucking night through an open window or hole in the screen, something. But I know that fucking baby rabbit was screaming from the bathroom 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay. I think he probably would eat that piece of fish if I moved it over. Let me drop it right there, and hopefully the catfish will come get it. Do your job. Clean up after the Oscar, dude. That piece is still there, too. Gotta say, though, for a cat that just walked in, he's been probably the best cat I've ever fucking had. Like, he don't get on the table. He don't get on the counters. He don't eat the plants. Just eats, sleeps, and does whatever the fuck he wants. Oh, yeah, he came out and got it. You gonna hang out? Nope. Went right back in, fucker. Need a better camera, wide angle. Yeah, come on out, catfish. Third one. Are they both under there? Probably. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm still here, too. Oh. My fucking kid surprised me this past weekend. Well, a few weeks ago, he asked me if I had any plants for his girlfriend because she likes house plants. So I gave him one and he kept it. So last week he's like, "Hey, do you have any more?" Yeah, we got one that'll stand out there and just bark. If he hears another dog like 3 fucking blocks over, he'll just sit there and walk in a circle barking for nothing just because another dog's barking. He'll bark at the fucking birds in the bird feeder. Uh, he he's also a very jealous dog. Like if I get too close to my girlfriend on the bed, he has to get in between us, and he needs to be the focus of my attention, which is weird because he won't come up here unless she's in the room too. Usually he stays downstairs till we're both up here. It's a very odd little bastard. Oh, fuck. God damn. He got hyper focused on whatever the hell he was smelling. Yeah, poor bastard. I had a fucking beagle. Uh, my grandpa's sister and her husband bred hunting dogs, and they had Tennessee Walkers, and they bred Beagles, and they had a runt that they were going to put down that I begged my grandfather for, and my aunt just gave him to me. But first day home, there was a creek in the backyard, but it had like a 6-foot wall built from the creek up, and they leveled, backfilled it. So we used to go play in the creek, but you'd have to climb up a fucking tree that was growing out of the creek to get back out. Well, the dog heard something in the creek, and there was a possum stuck in a fucking vegetable crate, a wooden vegetable crate. And he went running, and next thing I know, he just disappears off the fucking, he went right down to the creek, and I run over and I look down, he's baying his ass off, and that fucking, that possum is just hissing like twice the fucking size of that puppy easily. And he's, and fucker just wouldn't let that possum out of that fucking crate. So I had to get him, and I had to try to climb that fucking tree one-handed, holding on to a dog that wanted nothing more than to get that fucking possum out of that crate. But yeah, he was a good boy. Bull Ranger was his name. But yeah, he was a good dog, man. He'd fucking you had to be careful when you let him off the leash. Otherwise you'd be gone for a couple hours chasing that motherfucker, and he would not stop the whole time. He'd fucking get on one, because he was never trained, so he didn't ever, I don't think he ever followed a scent right to the source. He picked up something more interesting, and then we go off in a different direction. But he was a handful when he got off the leash. Speaking of which, I'll be right back. I gotta go grab my old girl. Oh, here you go. Poor old blind dog. She'll get confused sometimes because she can't see much more than maybe shadows and a little movement. But she was barking at the wrong fucking spot. She usually comes to the bottom of the stairs, but she was at the other end of the hallway barking into the living room. She must have got turned around somewhere. What are you doing, Bella? All right, get a drink. Oh, all the fucking pups were a goober, huh? Oh yeah, Catahoulas are a fucking impressive dog. They're known to climb trees, aren't they? Monchichi, I think it was the Catahoula. Yeah, coyotes can be fucking very fucking brave, man. Well, especially out there, you got a lot of fucking coyotes, but you got a lot of people, and coyotes adapt. So they don't mind living in a fucking subdivision. All right, you don't want to lay down. Just do your thing then. Yeah, they're really pretty dog, Catahoula's. Definitely one of those dogs you want to know what you're doing when you get one. I knew a guy that got border collies and didn't do nothing with them. And they're too smart not to give them something to do. Yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah, it does, man. Hunger will make them do fucking crazy shit. Cats, dogs, fucking 2-year-old. I mean, I know people from around here that are like, oh man, fucking people out in California always complaining about coyotes getting their dog or their cat or something. I'm like, well, dude, they do. What the fuck do you mean? We live in the woods, bro. No, definitely not, Kelly. Definitely fucking not. Coyotes are fucking savages. Yeah. Yep. And deer are just as fucking resilient, man. I've seen 30 deer herds live in a 200 house subdivision with maybe a fucking half acre of woods in patches, in the fucking development. Unbelievable. Go there in the morning to frame, the house we were building, and there's 30 fucking deer just run off into the little patch of woods, 50 foot by 50 foot, and just disappear. But yeah, coyotes do the same thing. And a deer might have 2 fawns a year, where a coyote's having maybe 2 litters, multiple fucking mouths to feed. Yeah, hogs are fucking nasty. You got to definitely have respect for a fucking animal that could kill a hog. And out here, man, like I know there's been packs of stray dogs. I've seen them with my own eyes around some of these farms, but I've seen some really fucking big coyotes too. And I'm like, they might, maybe they're coy dogs, but these things are like fucking as big as a good sized German Shepherd. Probably 80-pound, 90-pound dogs. Yeah, hogs are another fucking animal that just adapt and take the fuck over, man. There was a farmer that kept European wild boars to take care of, stillborn calves and shit like that, and they got loose because he had a really good year and didn't have very many fucking calves, and they were sick of the feed he was giving them. They liked the meat, they got loose and they got into another guy's fucking calf pen. The 3 or 4 of them that he had. But yeah, he got fined and fucking they put them fuckers down. But just yeah, one feral fucking pig or one domestic pig that gets out within what, like 6 months, that thing is full on wild animal. Less probably. I mean, I've fucking seen boar pigs on farms fuck people up. Imagine that thing being wild and yeah, I wouldn't want to tangle with any kind of fucking pigs, man. because they'll fucking kill you and then they can eat you. And then where the fuck are you? You're a pile of pig shit in the afterlife. Yeah, freezing fucking cold, desert, they find a way, man. They fucking find a way. And they're fucking smart as a dog, man. I watched a bunch of fucking state troopers chase my buddy's 3 pigs for a fucking hour just trying to corral them. I'm like, dude, let me help. They wouldn't let me get around them. I'm like, I know the fuckers, dude. I got a bucket of fucking grain right here. They'll come right up to they'll come into the trailer. Okay, you guys want to chase it around. They look like the fucking clowns at the circus. Yeah, and they're not even dead yet, probably. Fuck, man. Yeah, as a kid, my grandfather had a boar. I don't know what the fuck he had him for, but it was next to a full-time job just keeping him in a pen. I mean, he was up like, I don't know, 400 pounds, maybe bigger. He was massive. They wouldn't let the kids anywhere near the pig pen when I was little. I remember that. I remember getting a glimpse of that fucker one time, and I was like, yeah, I don't think I want to go near the pig pen. Oh, God, dude. Yeah. Yeah, cows. Where I'm from, bro, it's just common courtesy when you see cows out to find where they got out, put them back in, fix the fucking place they got out to the best of your ability, and then go tell the farmer, hey, buddy, you might want to check your fence. You know what I mean? So it's you know, depend on what road you travel. It could be fucking once or twice a week. But yeah. See, dude ain't never been around a cow before. Loses his shit quick. Especially you get a stubborn one. They can't tell friendly from fucking wanting to fuck you up. So that is always a fun time watching the cops try to wrangle farm animals. I like to stop and cheer them on. Come on, dude, it's just a dumb animal. You know, how come you're getting outsmarted by a dumb fucking animal? Yeah, man. You know, literally, there's like fucking 6 dairy farms in the town I grew up in, and we knew every farmer, you know. Shit, half of my family worked for just about every one of them over the years. But yeah, it's just being a decent neighbor. Yeah, yep. Just scaring them. There's really not a lot to getting a cow to go where you want it to. As long as it's not a bull that's pissed off at you, chances are pretty good usually. But yeah, they turn a fucking tiny little fucking problem into a dramatic shit show. Oh, you want to lay down now? You want to get covered up? Not yet. Oh, now you do. Here, I'll help you. I'll help you. There you go. Oh, you're covered up. Goddamn fish. Yeah. Yep. I mean, yeah, they're a big fucking animal. I can see someone being intimidated, but they're pretty easy going for the most part. Especially old milk cows, man. Like they know the fucking routine. You moping on the dark side over there, buddy? Well, you didn't like the fish I gave you. You don't want any more pellets. Fuck. Around here, you got to put horse blankets on your cows. Depending on where your farm's situated, the smaller farms generally put a horse blanket on their cow, and they'll get a high visibility orange fucking spray paint and paint cow on the horse blanket because people come up from New York City and end up shooting their fucking cows. A couple of fucking goats. A couple of fucking farmers lost goats. Yeah, there's a few of them around, but there's quite a few dairy farms still. Not necessarily where I'm living now, but where I go to pick my son up. But yeah, if they do see a deer, I've helped my buddy track a deer into a fucking swamp because the city boys didn't want to get their feet wet, but they gave us $50 a piece to look for the deer. So we walked in there and we found this 6-pointer, man. It looked like it went through Vietnam and got hit by every fucking bullet they fired from both sides. I don't know. I don't. They must have all shot at the same fucking thing and multiple times. I mean, there was 5 guys and there was at least 15 fucking rounds in that deer. We dragged it out and it had a couple broken tines from where they shot the fucking things off and they didn't want it. I'm like, are you fucking kidding? Dude, I almost started fighting with these fucking dudes. Like, what? Motherfucker. It was, first of all, you should have probably let him go a year or two. Secondly, fucking, you're not going to do nothing with it? Oh, you motherfuckers, man. My buddy fucking took and gutted it and left it for the coyotes, but he took the antlers to make rattling rattlers out of for when he bow hunts. But yeah, dude, I wanted to beat the shit out of a couple of greasy motherfuckers that day. We didn't have any rifles or nothing like with us. They were in the truck. But motherfucker, if I had my shotgun, I probably would have put one in each one of them fucking assholes. That poor fucking deer was alive when we found it too, by the way. It wasn't dead yet. But it had a hell of a blood trail, and it ran for a good 100 fucking yards into that swamp. No vital, shots. Oh, it's disgusting, dude. Fucking disgusting. Yeah, I like goats too, man. Goats are pretty cool animal. I wish we could have a couple. My girlfriend won't let me. I'm like, I'll never have to mow the fucking lawn. Yeah, bro, it's fucked up. I was at the bar one night, and I know that for a fact they've shot goats because this fucking city dude, and you know he's a city dude because he's the only dude with camo on, full camo, and his hair greased back, and you can smell the cologne as he walks in. And he's bragging about this big fucking spike horn that he got, and it was a good sized goat. It had to be 100-pound goat, some kind of dairy or meat goat. It was fucking big. And yeah, he had it strapped to the fucking little tailgate caddy thing that hooks up to your trailer hitch. Uh, and he unwraps the tarp, and I'm like, dude, you shot somebody's fucking goat. He didn't want to hear that. Everybody at the bar told him that, and then a couple nights later, it was the fucking guy up about a mile up the road made fucking like artisan goat cheese and shit. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Yeah, cologne. I don't know, dude. It's like you could always tell. My favorite thing to do, Munchichi, the first day or the day before is even better because the day before they're all up here already and they want to hang out at the redneck bars, and that's where I used to like to go to get drunk and fight. So I would go in there and I would find them, the city guys, and like I said, you could tell who they are because this is a local redneck bar, and I ain't never seen them guys before. But I go up and ask them how come it's so hard to get a blowjob in New York City during hunting season, and they all look at each other like they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And then I say it's because all you cocksuckers come up here, and usually that's good enough to get somebody to fucking start throwing. But yeah, you could always tell. Yeah, I remember you doing a drive back into the woods, making a video about that, Simon. That looked like fucking heaven to me, bro. Yeah, yep. Uh, like I'm fuck maybe an hour drive, a little more north of New York City. So there's a lot of hobby farmers up here. Um, I've seen all kinds of different fucking goats. I don't know what they're for. Some of them can't be for anything other than to look at, like the little pygmy Nubians and shit like that. But they got them ones at one farm. They got two sets of horns. One grows like straight up at a slight angle outward, and the other two grow curved down towards the face. They look like some kind of satanic ritual goat. I'd like to have one of those motherfuckers. That'd be better than like fucking two German shepherds in your yard. You know, somebody fucking comes in your yard and sees that thing run out of the dark. Hell yeah. Yeah, hobby farmer, bro. That's exactly what they are. They have just enough livestock to consider themselves a farm to get the tax break. Fuck. One guy, uh, he literally had um like zoo animals. He had a fucking camel. He had a zebra. A bunch of goats in with them. Basically had a petting zoo for his grandkids, but had enough acreage and shit to get zoned as agricultural. So he gets a break on the fucking the land taxes. I was like, you fucking dirty cunt. God, fucking guy. But that's all it is, man. Um, you'll see people that'll have maybe a dozen of those Scottish Highlander cows, and they just have them just for that. Yeah. Yep. That's fucking crazy too. Um, I mean, I have some exotic pets, but none of these motherfuckers are going to eat me, dude. You know, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with people. I mean, I like lions and tigers and stuff. I don't want one living in my fucking house. Like, you literally got to have a couple of 100 pounds of fucking meat in the freezer all the time. And then there's the people that want to keep fucking like chimps and stuff. Like, you fucking let them get their face ripped the fuck off. Just don't kill the chimp for it. He's only doing what's right. But yeah, people are fucking sick, man. Like, I like bears. Bears are awesome. I don't want a fucking pet bear. I mean, shit. I don't even get like huge snakes. I did have a 6-foot lizard, and lizards need a lot of room, but that's still not a fucking tiger. Face red, smiling live. What's that mean, Kelly? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are some that are cool, but it's just not a chance. You know what I mean? And as a kid, I probably would have done the same thing, dude. I mean, I I'm still kind of that little kid. I would probably try it now. Oh, okay, Pegasus. It came out as words, but yeah. I mean, I'm an idiot. I love animals. Like, if somebody's like, yeah, you could pet that thing, I'd be like, all right, I'll give that a shot. I mean, I ain't walking up to a fucking bison at Yellowstone, but somebody's got him and it's like, oh yeah, man, you could pet him. I'll give that shit a shot. Well, bro, good thing they were waiting for a bigger meal. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. It's not if, it's when. You got a fucking cat in your house that could take down a fucking a water buffalo, and those things are hard to kill with a fucking rifle. And this thing can just jump on it and kill it. I'm gonna have that now. Yeah, no, no. I've seen people with mountain lions. I'm sure they were very effective. You only go in there and fuck around once. But people that have mountain lions and they look like they act just like a big house cat. But yeah, your house cat could fuck you up. Try giving that thing a bath. See what it does. Now imagine a mountain lion even just wanting to play with you. Fuck a bobcat for that matter. A bobcat with fucking determination is going to ruin your whole fucking life. They get those savannah cats, those hybrid house cats. Fuck that. Yeah, just a little 3-pound house cat, man. Fuck you up. I've had fucking cats tear me up just playing around. They weren't even really like out to hurt me. They were just like my dog. My big dog used to like to one up. Like, if the longer I held on to the rope during tug of war, like the harder he would pull, and the more he would want it. Yeah, yeah, and it's not even a mistake sometimes. The only mistake is going in there in the first fucking place. You did it 100 times and you got to pet that lion and rub his belly, and then that 101st time he decides, damn, you look tasty. Ain't no hair covering your whole body, fucking soft fucking skin. Yeah, you're like a fucking gummy worm to a lion or a tiger. Like, I mean, I got my biggest snake, I think, is 5 feet, maybe like 5'2" or 3. And it will hurt probably if she bites me, but it's not ever going to be life threatening. Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. And it's instant. It's fast. It's probably the fastest fucking. Cats, I believe, have one of the fastest reaction times, man. So, yeah, it's literally like, boom, done. 0 to 1,000 fucking in a heartbeat. I remember seeing somebody try to pull 2 fighting tomcats apart. Yeah, you would have had better luck trying to get 2 pit bulls off of each other. That lady got tore the fuck up. She looked like she got dragged through 100-yard briar patch by a fucking team of horses, that poor lady. I'm like, dude, throw water on them or something. Don't try to grab them fuckers. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. And it looked like the cartoon, the Tasmanian Devil. It was just 2 little whirlwinds locked up, fucking going crazy, hissing and growling. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck ever possessed you to try that shit, but I wouldn't do it. I'd maybe try it with linesman's gloves, them fuckers that come up to your elbows. But other than that, I probably wouldn't even try it then. Cats are fucking nasty. The sharp-ass teeth, sharp-ass claws. And you got 2 of them that are pissed off at each other, and is going to be pissed off at you when you try to pull them apart. Not a fucking smart move. You want fresh pellets now that you see? Oh yeah, look at you. Look at you now. You didn't want them fucking 20 minutes ago. All right, there you go. Yeah, suck them down, buddy. Oh, dumbass. It's recommended to soak these pellets. Yo, Hebrew, what's up, bro? Thanks for stopping in, man. Just showing my fish and bullshitting. I mean, he's better looking than me, so I figure people would appreciate looking at him more. Yeah, everything's good, bro. Yeah, me too. I got 3 fish tanks with fish and 1 just with plants in it right now. I got the Oscar tank. I got to put another light on it. I think I have a plan for lighting because I need to make another plan for that tank because I'm getting some algae pretty bad in it. But yeah, there's another one downstairs in the living room. Yeah, and that cat like tore up his fucking leg. It latched onto his leg, and yeah, that was awesome. People underestimate the fucking cat, and yep, now you're fucking traumatized for life. Yeah, he like he sunk all 4 feet worth of claws into that dude's leg, and the sound that he let out. All right, bro. If you're still going when I end, I'll stop in. You too, my man. Yeah, it was. See, hear the sounds that came out of that fucking dude. And, like, if you ever had a cat, you know right off the bat by looking at that fucking thing's face, it was not having that shit. Oh, that was great. Yeah, yeah, it was looking to sever his fucking femoral artery, dude. He was like, I'll kill you, motherfucker. Oh, man. Like, he fucking hated that guy with every fiber of his being. And he let him know, too, with no uncertain terms. Yeah, I love watching shit where fucking people get fucked up by animals. I like watching the monkeys that fucking mug people. The tough dude thinks he's going to get it back, and that fucker shows 2.5-inch canine teeth, and the dude's like, yeah, nope, you're going to keep that shit. Sorry, honey. Yeah, that was a great fucking video. He's trying to get the cat adopted, too. We got a lovely little... My cat looks just like that cat. Luckily, I got a cool one. Oh, yeah, the trunk monkey. Fuck yeah. One of those would be awesome. Come on. Yeah, I bet. Hell yeah, there's all kinds of shit over there. I watch a lot of those channels on YouTube too. Definitely the fish ones. Find out shit I need to know. Okay, Kelly, thanks for still being here, sweetie. I'm not pushing nothing. Yeah, I don't have the app either. Yeah. Holy shit, Munchichi. Yeah, that is some bullshit. My girlfriend said I should fucking put shit out on that uh just for the visibility. I'm like, I don't know. I swear too much probably. Oh, I bet. And you make some badass shit, dude. Yeah, you definitely got some skill with the lathe and the gouges, bro. So yeah, I'm sure fucking you would have got a lot more of that fucking 2 point something million views. Yeah, he's definitely a fucking craftsman, bro. Like, I know that shit ain't as easy as anybody makes it look, but the shit that I've watched just on the videos I've seen, it ain't beginner shit by any stretch. Uh yeah, being without the old nicotine is a fucking drag, man. Oh girl. Oh, hold on, Kelly. I'll show you my old dog. I'll flip this camera around. If I can remember how. I think it's that. Nope. Um, shit. Why can't I remember what the fuck one it was now? Well, fuck it. I'll do it like this. Oh, I don't know how well, or if at all, you can see her all down there in her blanket. Oh, no. I'm retarded. I didn't have to flip the camera. Yep. I'm fucking retarded. How'd the ceiling look? I'm going to go get a check on Monday. But she's 20-year-old miniature pincher. Yeah, dude. You definitely, like you said, after you said on that one, I think the last live stream, I went and checked out some of that crazy shit, and fuck yeah. Yeah, she was a prima donna until she got old, and now she's still kind of queen of the castle. But yeah, yeah. In April, she'll be 21 if she makes it. But yeah, she's lost probably half her teeth, uh, most of her eyesight from cataracts. Um, she still goes to the bathroom like normal, pees a little more than normal, but she's been drinking more water too. Uh, but yeah, she still gets around other than the stairs because she can't see too good, and she fell down them a couple times, and that fucking wasn't having that. So she's learned not to come up and down them. She'll bark. Yeah, yeah. People tend to be assholes around here, kind of elitist cunts. Yeah, when I met Allison, she was 10 years old, and 9 years old, and it took me 3 months of sharing every meal I ate with that fucking dog before I could pet her, even pet her. At the 3 month mark, I could pet her while she was eating, but as soon as the food was gone, she would start growling and try to bite me. And then after about, I don't know, 2 more weeks of that, one day I'm sitting there, I don't even have any fucking food, and she just gets up on my lap and curls up and lets me pet her and give her love. And after that, she's been kind of glued to the hip. Um, my girlfriend got a little bit jealous because of how much she did start liking me, because she didn't like her ex-husband like that. And she started liking me as much as she liked Allison, but she got used to it. But yeah, she made me work for fucking her friendship, that's for sure. I really didn't expect it to take that long to win her over. I was living here full time for 3 whole months, and she was like, "No, I don't fucking like you. I like the food, but I don't like you." But she's a little love bug. She makes a lot of weird noises. Kind of sounds like a hedgehog, kind of little squeaks and chirps. And she doesn't bark at everything anymore, just to come up and down the stairs. Or when she gets turned around and gets stuck in a corner she's not familiar with. But yeah, she used to bark at everything. Yeah, yeah. And she knows, dude. I see it in her eyes. She knows how cute she is, and she knows she can exploit that. And I know dogs know pushovers, because most dogs love me right off the bat, or very shortly. Oh, that's badass, dude. That's badass, especially for a Chihuahua. But yeah, little dogs tend to be a little more territorial of their people. And most people don't really even try to socialize their Chihuahua. You know, you really got to socialize the shit out of them. My brother had one that was fucking cool with uh, him, his wife, and his kids. But literally, that was it. If anybody else tried petting her, and like people were over all the time, like multitudes of people, different people, the same people a lot of the time. But uh, yeah, she wouldn't let me pet her. Nobody, like just the family. She was really weird little bitch. Oh, I'm sure everybody loves Cherokee. She's adorable as hell. Yeah, me too, Monchichi. Like I said, if I see someone pet it, I'm gonna try too. You know, or if I think I could get away with it. Like the heat is the main reason. I wouldn't want to live in Florida, but on a vacation, I would probably die of fucking heat stroke just trying to catch lizards. I mean, Jesus Christ, not to mention like other shit. But yeah, when we went to Texas, I was out in the fucking tall grass looking for whatever I could find out behind the hotel. And only when I was about 100 yards in and waist deep tall grass did I start thinking, fucker, this is Texas. There's rattlesnakes fucking all over the place. You might not want to just be so carefree out here. And we got rattlesnakes, but I've been looking for one my whole fucking life and haven't seen one. Some idiot comes up from fucking over from Connecticut and walks the fucking trails and sees two. Yeah, me too, man. And I've got an Uncle Bill. He's my favorite uncle, and he's deathly afraid of fucking snakes. And it took me about 30 years since I was in elementary school to convince him not to kill every fucking snake he sees. And he wouldn't listen. He's like, fuck that. If I see them, they're dead. If I see them, they're dead. Well, one fall, he had an especially snake-heavy summer, and he dispatched quite a few. And that fall, his whole shed was overrun by mice. Every drawer in the toolboxes, every space where they could get into the dark was full of fucking field mice. And I come over and we're out there smoking, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Look at all the mice. He's like, oh, God, dude, they're bad this year. I'm like, how many fucking snakes did you kill last summer, dude, this past summer? Like, a lot, right? Like, that's why you got all these fucking rodents, dude. Stop killing the snakes. After that, he stopped killing the fucking snakes. But then he bought a house, and he had a bad fucking snake. Garter snakes were nesting up for the winter in his basement. So when they left in the spring, he dealt with it one winter. When they left in the spring, made sure none of them were in the basement. He went and found every little crack he could, and he sealed everything up. But Old Stone Foundation, they found a crack somewhere, and were coming in the wintertime. Fuck, I brought one in a couple of years ago in a house plant. I didn't know it until I seen something moving in the plant, and I look, and I'm like, well, there's a little fucking baby garter snake. I just left it. I imagine he made his way into the basement. I never did find no little dead snake anywhere. There's some old mines here right down the road. I've gone in them a couple times with my kid, and we went to go in there a couple of years ago, and I don't know, probably good 2 tons of rock had fallen at the entrance, like down onto the floor, and now the opening is fucking 3 feet, smaller. And I was like, yeah, I don't think we're going in there. I noticed they've been blasting at the quarry down the road quite a bit, and I think that's probably what happened. But there's a bunch of old mines and caves around here. It's like a 20-minute drive. Rosendale, another town close to me, they have a big network of caves they used to age, I think, cheese in. These big-ass caves way back in, I don't know, the early 1800s. But they flooded out, and they're wide open, and now you can go walk through them. And I think they have a boat tour on the flooded out parts. But there's some cool history around here. Cool shit like that. You drive around and see the old lime furnaces everywhere. Like right out at the end of my road, there's two big old lime furnaces that are no longer in use. There's no building, no sign of what the fuck might have stood there at any point. Just two big old lime furnaces for cooking off the lime. Yeah, I'm literally fucking probably, I don't know, 300 yards from the Hudson River. We're right in the valley, on the west fucking side of the river in the Catskills. But yeah, I could hear the tugboats going up and down, the trains running along the river. Well, the freight trains mostly, and sometimes they come through town too, which really fucking sucks. Yeah, they're just like big masonry structures with like big openings in them, like arched tops. And they used to just cook the old cook I think it was limestone. They'd heat it up, it'd turn to lime, and use it for fertilizer and other shit. But there's a bunch of places I should look into the closer ones. At least I could go shoot one quick out at the end of the road, but I have no fucking information on that at all. Also, the state park they just opened up down here used to all be brick factory back in the day. So some of the structure, the foundation and shit is still there. And I'm pretty sure there's a couple of lime furnaces there too. But they're still expanding it. So we'll see. I know they demolished some of the shit that was there. They used to have a couple of old smokestacks, part of a warehouse. I don't know, it was like a drying space for the bricks or whatever, or storage. I'm assuming just a big open space. The roof's all off it though. But it's pretty cool. There's some cool shit. Most of it's all, graffitied up and stuff, but there's some cool pieces of the graffiti down there too. Which that would probably make a decent video. And I've walked it a few times with my kid. He loves going down there. But there's quite a bit of historic shit here. My town was the original state capital before the fucking British burned it in the War of 1812. What's up, Goth? How you doing, buddy? But yeah, there's a lot of just like American history around here. And I lived in Saratoga. I went to a lot of the battlefields up there. That was awesome too. Revolutionary War battlefields and old forts and shit. Brooklyn, what's up, sweetie? Good to see you. But that's one good thing about pretty much the whole East Coast. There's a lot of cool Revolutionary War monuments and battlefields and parks, Civil War shit. It's always interesting to me. North Carolina's got a lot of it from the both Civil War and Revolutionary War. Fuck, I found just walking through the woods. Yo, R&D, what's up, buddy? I found an old family graveyard that was from like the 1727, I think, was the oldest grave I found. Some of them was weathered though, so they might have been even older. But it was fucking weird just walking through the woods and you see a stone wall up here. It could just be 9 out of 10 times it's the border of a field where they plowed it up and piled the rocks up at the edge of the field, and then 100 years later, it's woods again. But I found a wall like that. It looked a little neater, and I stepped over and I noticed some stones sticking up in the middle in the weeds, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" So I start looking, and yeah, it was a family plot. There must have been a house, close by, probably, or a church. They're all the same name. But that was kind of surreal. Like, I was pretty deep in the woods. I don't know if you're looking for more food, fish. I'm going to assume no, even though you are prowling like you're hungry. Right there, dummy. Yeah, I tried giving them a couple pieces of tilapia at the beginning of the stream, and he didn't want them. One of the catfish, one of the ones that stay under this rock, ate one of the pieces. There's still one on the other side. I'm going to try moving it over by the rocks and see if that catfish will eat it. But he ate a couple of pellets after he left a pinch too. So I don't know. I think he's just fucking with me. I mean, he's definitely not missing any meals. So, like, he don't need food. But I don't know what his aversion to the fish is. Seems like since I moved him into the 75, he hasn't really cared for fish. He likes the shrimp. Maybe it's the texture. He don't like it like soft food. I don't know. Shrimp's a little firmer. He does like bugs, though. I'm going to try to get some small live crickets. Well, I think he's picky because I, fucking spoil him. I mean, I have tried him on a lot of different shit. He really hasn't liked that much. But I keep trying different stuff. I want to try shellfish like clams or mussels, but I gotta try to find some. I either gotta just buy them and shuck them myself, because I, don't see any just raw clams. Maybe at a ShopRite, could probably go there. I think they got they should have some. But he didn't like scallops. I didn't mind. I got to eat those. Oh, but he didn't like the salmon. He didn't like the cod. He hasn't been eating the tilapia. I'm sure if I let him go a day with no food and then give him whatever, he'd eat whatever I give him. Etheria? What is it? The word sounds familiar. Oh, I was going to ask if it was a disease or a band name. It sounds familiar. The name sounds familiar. I might have. I'll look it up after the stream, though, just in case. got you worked up, Fish? Is that Fish Zoomies? Short lived. Nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, most good death metal band names do sound like some kind of disease. Either it sounds like a disease or it's describing some kind of gruesome act. What are you doing, Pigpen? Yeah, Alzheimer's band. I remember my cousin's coming up to me and he's like, "Oh, have you heard this band, The Darkness?" And I'm like, "Dude, that sounds like a pretty badass band. Let me hear it." No, it wasn't. I don't know what the fuck I was listening to, but the band name did not match the fucking music at all. Yeah, that's the best thing. You could just start fucking grunting and burping and no one would know the fucking difference. Yeah, you don't want no mystery meals. Yeah, if you got to ask what's that on your plate, yeah, no. Yep. Yeah, man. Like I remember eating over at people's houses a lot as a kid. I don't do that shit fucking at all ever. Very seldomly now. Maybe two or three people most. Yeah, my grandfather would always try to get us to eat some sketchy shit. fucking head cheese, uh, fucking potted meat. Oh, as as an adult, I got stuck eating potted meat, and it wasn't bad. But as a kid, it was just it looked just like what I gave the cat 10 minutes ago. Spreadable meat is not. It's freak of fucking nature, you know, like Limburger or not Limburger, liverwurst. My grandfather used to fucking try to get us to eat that. It's a good way to fucking throw up. Yeah, he'd grab a he'd grab the can and he'd grab a butter knife, and I'm like, that says meat. That says it's meat, Pop. What? It's meat. What are you fucking using? You gonna cut it up with the butter knife? He's like, no, I'm just gonna spread it on the. You're gonna spread meat. That just doesn't sound appetizing. I've eaten tongue. I like beef tongue. Fuck. There's a Asian Mexican fusion restaurant in town we order from sometimes. And I got the beef heart and beef tongue tacos. They're fucking phenomenal. I haven't tried snapping turtle. My grandfather raved about snapping turtle. But he never made it when I like liver if it's cooked like medium rare, and it's better on the grill. Yo, Colt, what's up, bro? Yeah, my grandfather got my cousin eating that weird shit too, man. We'd go to the deli for lunch, and he would get like fucking Vienna sausages, a hard roll, some potted meat. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, we only eat that shit to humor Grandpa. He's like, no, man, it's good. I'm like, you're fucking shot, bro. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you, but you ain't right. I was at a bluegrass festival, and they had like a Cajun barbecue fucking food truck set up. It had alligator, nutria rat, fucking frog legs, rattlesnake, and I think it was turtle soup. But everything was frozen. I'm like, I think if I wanted to try it for the first time, I want to. I'd rather have it fresh, you know. I'm in New York, Colt, about 90 miles north of New York City. Yeah, my grandfather used to say there was a bunch of different textures and flavors to the meat of a turtle. But I've never tried it. Nice. I don't know if my fat ass would survive down there. Humidity, and then I'm a fucking magnet for biting insects. Probably get sucked dry by mosquitoes within an hour. Or get killed trying to pet a fucking alligator like me and Munchichi were talking about. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, it's a big fucking muskrat as far as I'm concerned. Well, I mean, hey man, if you're fucking hungry, I guess. Hell yeah, I'd love to visit the state, especially the rural parts. I don't know how I would fare against the real deep woods folks, but I think I'd probably get along with them just fine. But I ain't interested in like New Orleans or none of that shit, other than maybe graveyard tours. But I want to see like the wild places where shit can fucking, uh, you know, potentially eat you. Yeah, I'm sure. It ain't called the fucking Dismal Swamp for nothing, bud. But yeah, man, dependent, man. All over the world, people eat shit that you know is fucking normal for them, and you think, what the fuck is driving them to eat that? But yeah, yeah, good old Tabasco sauce, making all kinds of shit edible for what over 100 years now. Oh, the food, bro. Cajun food is fucking phenomenal. I love it. I'll probably die from that too, but oh god, I'll be happy when I go. I don't know, Goth. I've never had to follow a monkey around to get my coffee, but if that was the only option, I would probably take it. I'd at least follow the fucking thing to see where he's getting the fucking berries at and get my own. I probably wouldn't wait for it to pass through his digestive tract. Yeah, music. The Zydeco is definitely catchy, man. Yeah, my girlfriend yells at me sometimes because I'm too descriptive. Well, supposed, but I don't fucking listen to what people say. I drink Cafe Bustelo. So far, that's my favorite. I've had fucking all kinds of expensive coffees too, and um, they might taste a little better than the one I drink every day, but at least I could afford the one I drink every day, and it's almost, uh, as good as like I've had an Ethiopian fucking uh, espresso was probably the cleanest coffee I've ever had, but that shit's like $20 a pound. Muffalata? Muffalata? I don't know. My girlfriend might know what that is. I've never heard of that, I don't think. But yeah, I need that fucking coffee. Yeah, it's not bad. I like really strong coffee though, so the Bustelo is just right. I mean, I do use an espresso machine, so and it's finer ground, so it works better. Oh yes, all right, yeah, yeah. I've never had one of those, but I have seen them. It definitely looks good. Yeah, I gotta have the coffee, BB. uh, and yeah, it's got to be decent coffee. Uh, there was a little diner in the town I used to live in, and I hated their coffee. It tasted like shit. Um, and they would always like come over and pour you a cup of coffee. I'm like, dude, I don't want the coffee. And the waitress made a big deal out of it, and it was like, well, why don't you like the coffee? So everybody can hear. So I'm like, well, because it tastes like you ran it fucking through twice. You know, I think you put that in the machine this morning, and then when that fucking batch was done, you just ran more water through it because that's what it fucking tastes like. And she was like, well, you don't got to be so mean. I'm like, what are you talking about? You got loud first. I tried to be quiet and tell you I didn't want the coffee before you even poured it. I ended up getting free breakfast. So I wasn't, I wasn't arguing. I did try to pay. She's like, no, no, no. I'm like, what the fuck ever, but cool. Yeah, I don't like it either. Um, there was the little diner you could get coffee at in that town. There was a deli that did breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they did pizza and shit in there too. But you could get coffee and egg sandwiches in there. And there was a gas station. The gas station had the best coffee. Yeah, there wasn't one on the table though. She brought it, BB, and set it down. I think they just got done clearing the table, but yeah, there wasn't a cup. I usually do that. But yeah, I mean, I love the food and everything there. It's just the coffee. I don't understand like how you can. And all the old people loved it. I think it was free. I really do. Um, like all the old people loved it. I'm like, I can't drink that shit, man. Like my grandpa made cowboy coffee, and that's just throwing a fucking big old scoop of coffee into some boiling water. Uh, that should straighten your fucking hair right out. I remember people getting mad when Pop made coffee because they couldn't add enough creamer for it to to suit them. It would never get light enough. It would turn out looking like chocolate milk. But I liked this coffee. I didn't like the last cup because you get all the coffee grounds in it. But if you got the first or second, you're pretty good off. Oh, oh yeah, dude. Yeah, the first time I tried that was at a Cuban friend's house here in New York, where they give you this stupid little fucking cup. I'm like, dude, yeah, it is Munchichi. It's much smoother. Um, but they give me this little cup, and I'm like, what the fuck? And they're like, oh, trust me, bro, that's all you're gonna want. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, dude. And I took, yeah, holy shit. I'm like, you sure you didn't give me tar? That fucking tasted like it might have been tar. But yeah, fuck, man. Uh, That'll get you going like some fucking, like some cocaine. I was like bouncing off the fucking wall after a shot of that stuff. And it is just a shot. It's a fucking shot. I see the old men sipping it. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I did it in a shot. Yeah, it was a bad idea. Yeah, I made coffee on a fucking a campfire for a summer, basically, in a percolator. Yeah, I missed that fucking thing. I gotta get another one. I want one of those little stovetop espresso percolators. They're about a quarter of the size of the normal ones. I couldn't find pods that made strong enough coffee for me in the Keurig. I'd end up having to run two of I think they were the Dunkin' Donuts, some kind of espresso from Dunkin' Donuts. And that was okay, but Spirit, hello, how are you, sweetie? Yeah, I used to smoke cigars all the time, man. Before I started smoking cigarettes, I smoked cigars. I started smoking, they were made by Swisher Sweet. They were a Tiparillo called Blackstone. They were cherry pipe tobacco, and they covered up the smell of weed pretty good too, which is why I really started puffing on them. But then I graduated to Backwoods, and the fucking cherry Swisher Sweets. But then I found Macanudos and started smoking those, and then started trying other. Well, they were kind of expensive, but I was a dumb fucking kid, so I'd spend $8 or $10 on a fucking on one cigar. But the best one I ever found was for fucking $3. The cigar shop up the street from the bar I liked recommended it, and it was a JR Special. It was the name on the box, and it was made in North Carolina, I believe, at the JR place. And motherfucker, I've spent $10 on a cigar that was just as good as that one. So I bought fucking like 3 or 4 of them, and I gave one to the bartender, and that was his favorite cigar. So I got like 4 free drinks out of that for a $3 fucking cigar, man. It was awesome. But yeah, yeah, Cohiba, Macanudos, which is the closest thing you can get to a real Cuban cigar, in my opinion, because it's made by Cubans in Haiti. With Cuban tobacco. Fuckers brought the seeds and everything. But yeah, I've smoked Punch, Gurkha, the Cohiba, all different kinds, man. I'll have to check that out, Spirit. But yeah, cheap Macanudo is about $6. Well, when I was smoking them, like $6 a piece. Is it Jamaican? I knew it was one of the islands. But the Macanudo Maduros are some of my favorites. It don't matter what size it is. But that JR Special was just as good as a Macanudo Maduro. Well, it'll get clicks. Man, I haven't even seen a Kmart in probably more than 20 years. All the ones around us turned into Walmarts before Kmart even went out of business. Right when they started, I suppose, they started closing stores and Walmart started opening them. Yeah. When I was a kid, I remember walking out of Kmart and a dude flies by on a 10-speed with a purse. And there's a lady coming down behind him, about, I don't know, 100 feet behind him, screaming. And then he's looking back at her, and the cop has his lights on, but he stops dead in front of this fucking guy, drives right into the car. And the cop, I think, was trying to, make him hit the front tire and go over the hood, but he ended up hitting the fucking passenger's door and slammed right into the side of the fucking car. He stopped. Lady got her purse. I was probably like 10. Yeah, he got it in the parking lot, though, when she was putting her shit in the car. I don't know. Can't beat a really nice light. I had this cool little compact million candle power spotlight. It was rechargeable, and I was charging it, and we had a fucking power surge. Yeah. Okay. No worries. Yeah, I think the cop was just making his rounds, Spirit, and happened to fucking $150. Yeah. I don't know. They went halves. But yeah, that light I had, we had a power surge and it burned up all the fucking electronics. Had to get a new TV, DVD player, fucking the refrigerator shit the bed, the stove. Ah, no shit. Yeah, big old cut. I don't know, man. Probably last you forever. I would probably be mad, but talk it up in like a pissed off voice. Like, man, this fucking flashlight is so cool. Can't fucking believe you guys got this thing. But that's just me. My wife would probably take it and beat me with it. Yeah, they do, bro. And then I ended up having to replace the panel box and everything in that fucking house. And then when I had the guy come do the electrical inspection, he's like, "Oh, you need an emergency shutoff on the outside in between where it comes into the house or comes off the pole and goes into the house." So then I had to get another small outdoor circuit breaker box, which is just a secondary main basically, and fucking run that thing. But didn't ever have to replace no more electronics after that. But I didn't get another one of them flashlights either. That thing was awesome when I had the dogs outside at night, letting them run in the yard. Yeah, after that, I really got a bunch of surge protectors. Probably just overkill, but I don't ever want to replace all the fucking electronics again. You got a 3-year-old with no TV, man. That's a fucking nightmare. And wasn't so bad. He liked being outside, so we could always go mess around, do something outside. But at night, he was restless, no TV for that, 3 or 4 days, I think it was. We didn't have any. Well, we did rig it up with a generator, but like he couldn't watch TV all day whenever he wanted and shit. He didn't like it. Dude, the fucking wiring in this place was probably done in like 1950. It's fucking maybe even before that. It's like fabric insulated. It's solid wire for like thank fuck it's not just braided wire. But yeah, it's old as shit, man. I hate when I have to replace an. I just had to replace an outlet the other day. The GFI started shitting the bed. It just constantly kept tripping in the kitchen. And so I replaced it, and Jesus Christ, man, I hate it. It's always so sketchy fucking with those wires. They look like they could just crumble, and sometimes the insulation does. The original part of this house, which is basically 2/3 of it. The 2-story part of it is original, and it was built in 1860 or 1870 something. It's an old fucking house, and then they had an addition put on for the kitchen to make a bigger kitchen. But yeah, the wiring is old as shit. It's going to cost me like, I think the low end of the estimate was like 30 grand to have the whole house rewired. And then have everything because in the panel downstairs, there's nothing designated to a breaker. If one outlet in the kitchen trips, it trips a couple different rooms, like part of it. Not so like there's no like the room should be designated to a designated circuit, and you should be able to trace it and put a fucking a note next to the breaker that says, oh, fucking downstairs bedroom, kitchen, stove, washer, dryer, refrigerator, shit like that. You really can't do that here. It's a rough estimate if you go by what's written on the thing right now. And it looks like a fucking bowl of spaghetti. Just it's a fucking nightmare. They had a regular piece of Romex running out the fucking basement, straight up the side of the house. There was nothing holding it there. Into a hole they drilled, and it came across the crawl space that's on the other side of that wall right there. You see the ceiling slopes. On the other side of that wall is a crawl space, and they ran it across the crawl space like 3 inches off the floor, straight to the wall to an outlet. Well, I had a brush blade on the weed eater and clipped it. And now there was no power. I come in the house, and my fish tank is fucking, there's no light. There's no water flowing through the filter. I'm like, what the fuck? I start getting circuit testers out. I'm testing the fucking outlet. There's nothing. I'm like, oh, man. No other outlet is fucked up. But, yeah. Oh, man. You had brave sons. If I was playing anything like that in the house with eggs or with even like shit I was supposed to, don't do that in the house. 4 feet, yeah. Our panel, it looks like it's definitely in need of a few more circuit breakers. And like I said, everything needs to be designated too. Yeah, I bet. That had to be a fucking terrible mess. I mean, I got a buddy that could call, and he wouldn't charge me a whole lot, but this is a whole fucking lot, and I wouldn't want to really put that on him. Plus, he's kind of hard to deal with. My girlfriend probably wouldn't like him. Yeah, Jesus, I can't imagine that. Oh. Yeah, I would probably still have a limp if I tried that. I remember I threw a rock at my cousin because he did something and ran right to the house so I wouldn't beat him up for it. So I grabbed a rock and threw it, and it hit the window right next to the back door and came into the living room. And yeah, that was a bad day. Well, bad couple of days for me. I was sore for a little while. Then I had to work off the cost of the broken glass. At least they were smart enough not to get caught in the act, Spirit. Oh yeah, my ass was red for a good 2 days, and the memory of it was making it tender for probably 2 more after that. But yeah. I learned a little patience. Like, I'll get them later. Don't throw rocks, at least not toward the house. Oh, man. Yeah. I would have learned how to clean egg off a couch. Oh, Jesus Christ. Thanks for sticking around, Kelly. I appreciate you, sweetheart. Pigpen 2, he's making a swim by. Oh. Yeah, at least the fish. Jeez. He's the star of the show. I did fucking see an all black baby Oscar at the PetSmart the other day. I fucking almost bit the bullet. Oh, he was so cute. He first one to the glass when I touched the glass too. I was like, yeah, I'd like an all black one. I wouldn't mind an albino or one of the ones that have a the whole side of them is red, but the all black ones with just the orange eye spot on the end. That's the only orange he had on him. Well, he had a couple very faint stripes, so I don't know if they would broaden out because Pigpen got less stripes, but the stripes got fatter. But he had that cool little stripe pattern on him. The thumbnail, the picture I used in the thumbnail. But I think he has the perfect amount of orange now, so I'm happy with it. But I wouldn't mind an all black one. They're very cool looking. I mean, I wouldn't even mind another one that looks just like him. Just, I don't. That's the type that I first saw and intrigued me, and that's the kind I wanted since, and it's good enough for me. I mean, there are some cool looking ones though. They got some that are all white with just dark fins. Some that are all lemon yellow. Which one of those would be cool? But I definitely got to get them more room first. Don't want to crowd. Well, when they're full grown is what I'm thinking of, really, because they could be over a foot long. Yeah, the outline around his fins was kind of a surprise, but I really liked that too. He ended up being a really pretty fish. You know what I'm talking about, you? He's over here giving me the old stink eye. Come on, you. Let me move in front of that. I should probably turn those lights off when I try to do this. Oh, yeah. Broadside, there you go. Yeah, he's a good looking fish. I'm happy with him. Oh, I'm coming over. What's up there? Oh, nothing. You're just checking. Just checking. Kind of like he knows people are looking at him. Yeah, I'd like to give him somebody to play with. I probably could get away with an Akara. It's a slightly smaller South American cichlid that he won't be able to eat, but I'd have to grow it out either way. Whatever I put in with him, I would have to grow out. I bet his mouth is probably close to as big around as a quarter when he opens it all the way up, if not as big as a quarter. So it would have to be a chunky fish before I put it in there with him. And he's only about half grown, so he's still got more growing to do. He'll have a bigger mouth and a bigger everything else. Yeah, he grows faster than I can move up in food size. Um, I got a small bag of the not the smallest pellets they make, but the next size up, and they were a little too big for him. For about a week, I was cutting them in half and feeding them to him, and then 2 more weeks, he was sucking down 4 or 5 of them at a time. And now I got the next size up, and he can suck down 4 or 5 of them at a time, where he could only eat one at a time when I switched. So hopefully the biggest ones are going to be enough. But I do supplement them with other stuff. So bugs and shrimp and peas. I got to try fruit. I think I did try banana. He didn't like bananas. I think I can do mango, but I got to double check. Maybe maybe avocado. I don't know. I have to look into that a little bit more. Yeah, he really does like the peas. I think he's a fan of things with, some texture to them. The fish just shreds up, I think, and it's not his thing. Like the shrimp, he's got to work at a little bit. I could try apple. I think that was one of the and carrot. He didn't like that either, though. He didn't like carrot. I did try some carrot. I think I tried a piece of sweet potato too. I can't remember, but I think I've heard say people or heard of people feeding them grapes. I could try that too. Blueberries. Actually, I could try blueberries. We always have some kind of berry in the fridge. But yeah, I'll look into which fruits I can feed them, and I'll give them a shot. Yeah, I know people that used corn. Load the fucking hook up with sweet corn, kernels of sweet corn. But yeah, a lot of fish, man, they'll eat just about anything. Shit, my uncle used a sour gummy worm when he couldn't get him to bite on anything else. He gave that a shot and he caught something. I don't know if it was keeper or not, but that worked. You just got to have something the right color for that day. Yeah, it's actually in New York. You get in trouble if you're using sweet corn. I don't know why. I mean, you could use any other kind of bait. No shit. But same type of thing in New York with corn. There's a couple of other things you can't use. My grandfather used to use salt pork. He used to cut it into strips, make it look like a worm, and use salt pork. You can't use that for fishing bait either. But yeah, I knew this old lady. She used to use a bamboo pole with about 20 foot of fishing line tied off on it, and just throw a bobber about 2 foot up from the hook and about 6 kernels of sweet corn and just dangle that fucker off the dock. She always had fish. I mean, she was always eating fish. We used to have a good crappie pond, but fucking they sold the land to a developer, and it wasn't deep. It was probably 2 or 3 feet of water and a really deep, muddy bottom. But big crappie in there, man. And yeah, they fucking ended up bulldozing a bunch of dirt into there and just filling the fucker in. I went by there a few years ago, and now there's houses where that fucking pond used to be. Yep. Yeah. Live bait or, plastic worms or lures and, whatever. But Pop said you catch any fucking thing with salt pork. But when he was a kid, that's what they were fishing for. You know what I mean? Anything. Turtles, fish, fucking eels, whatever bit, Well, guys, I'm going to have to end this. I have to run out. Thank you all for coming. Pigpen and I appreciate it. I hope to see y'all next time. But for now, I'll see you later, fuckers.